Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Sam Rogers. Maine's recent trend of fatal fires continues as a 71-year-old man died in an early morning fire in Old Town today. This comes after 10 deadly fires were reported last month, all happening in a span of less than 2 weeks. Maine State Fire Marshal Richard McCarthy told us then that the most fire fatalities in a year was 27. That mark was set 2 years ago. This year, the number of fatalities is now at 24. Banton Foster was the man who died in the apartment building fire this morning. The fire marshal's office says there were working smoke detectors in the building. And as our Donovan Lynch reports, if not for the quick thinking of one neighbor, the loss may have been even greater.
Early Sunday morning in Old Town, apartments reduced to ash as one man died and others lost their home.
They encountered heavy fire out of the backside of the building.
As flames engulfed the second floor of 1015 Stillwater Avenue, a stroke of good timing. Neighbor Ryan Parkhurst was arriving home from the airport because his ex-girlfriend had missed her flight.
By the time I pulled into my driveway, that's when I noticed that there was a fire over here.
Parkhurst sprang into action, running towards the burning building, banging on the first floor door to see if anyone was inside. Upstairs, Heidi Rafaela Alamosa was sound asleep until she heard the knocking below.
It sounded like someone trying to come in the door. So I just sat up in bed thinking, what is that?
Seeing smoke and fire around her and looking for a way out, Rafaela Alamosa saw her vacuum cleaner and threw its long extension cord out the window.
I seriously repelled, started hanging out the window. I told the lady I'm going out.
Waiting down below were Parkhurst and an Old Town police officer.
She started hanging from the extension cord, and me and one of the other cops had to catch her.
Landing safe on the ground, Rafaela Alamosa taking stock of this act of heroism.
I've always heard on the news oh, this awful thing brought out the best in everybody. It's it's true. It's so true.
However, not everyone made it out of the building before the fire took its toll. Ryan Parkhurst said he couldn't reach the apartment of 71-year-old Banton Foster.
There wasn't really an access point, and I feel like where it started, it was probably a little too late for me to get to him.
Leaving relief mingling with loss on Stillwater Ave. In Old Town, Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.
Now, Heidi Rafael Alamosa says she was told by the American Red Cross that they would provide her with a hotel room for the next few days. Later on tonight, we will have a link with a GoFundMe to help her on our website. And if you are in need of smoke alarms for your home or apartment, you can request them free of charge from the Red Cross.